my name is Evie Lupine. Welcome back to my channel, and today I have a very important, very exciting video for you all. And I've actually tried to film this twice before now. Once I was filming and my camera battery died about 17 minutes into a 23-minute long video. I changed out the battery, but my microphone didn't turn back on, so it ended with 5 minutes of dead air at the end, which for possibly the most important video that is on my channel at this point, that is just not acceptable. And then I tried to film earlier and my memory card was full. So here we are again, fingers crossed, third time is the charm. We are gonna get this right because like I said, this is probably the most important video on my channel. And if you follow me on social media, if you watch my live streams, you probably already know what I'm talking about. But I do want to just get it out there in a dedicated place so everybody knows what's going on, and I have a way to share all of my thoughts in a hopefully more concrete manner. Now, I don't want to hold anybody in suspense, so I am just going to go ahead and say it. I am quitting my vanilla job, I am moving in with Mr. Tex, and I'm going to be doing YouTube full-time. And honestly, I don't really know if it's actually fully hit me yet. There is part of me that thinks that it's not really happening and this is just, I've made it up in my head, because when I started on YouTube, it was never the intention that I was going to be doing this full time. It was a hobby, it was fun, and now here I am, 3 years later, still doing it, and rather than just being my little side hobby, now it's going to be my full-time job. And what I'd like to do in this video is I want to discuss what this means for the channel, things that are changing, things that are not changing, and before anybody freaks out, I think it's all good things. This is all good news. If anything, you guys are going to be getting more content, better content, which has always been what I've wanted for this channel, for you guys to be able to have like the highest quality that I can make and that I would want to see myself. I think I'm really going to be able to have a chance to do that. So I'm going to be going over everything that I want to do, my goals that I want to pursue in light of doing this full time, and also just reassure you guys for the things that aren't changing. So let's go ahead and start there. What is not changing? Well, the core part of my YouTube channel is pretty much going to stay the same. I am going to keep 2 videos twice a week, and we're going to keep the live stream on Friday nights, and we are also going to be keeping the monthly book club. Now, when I am recording this video, I do not currently have a book selected simply because my house is getting all packed up and my Kindle and my books are gone and I don't really have time right now, on top of everything that I'm doing to prepare to move and transition out of my job, to read a book myself. So I am holding off on that for a couple weeks. I do have a particular book selected, so if you have been waiting for the next book club book, don't worry, that is going to be coming really soon, but that is something that I am planning on keeping on this channel. With the 2 videos twice a week, that is just going to continue as normal, and the Friday night live streams are also going to continue as normal. And there are going to be a lot of changes elsewhere, so I kind of want to break this down into a few different sections. I want to talk about my social media, my side projects, what to expect for changes on the YouTube channel, and then also talk about changes with Patreon. So let's go ahead and just start with the social media changes, which are not really anything drastic, but I have been getting a lot of questions specifically about Tumblr. This is not necessarily tied to me doing YouTube full-time, but I was keeping up a Tumblr page where I was answering lots of questions and I was posting things, and it was a good resource for written materials. Unfortunately, pretty much all of that has been decided by Tumblr to no longer be accessible, so even though it's there and I can see it, nobody else can. And one of the things I'm going to be doing to not necessarily replace that, but make an archive so you guys can see all of those previous questions, you can see all of the resources, is putting together a WordPress site. And I've been in the process of doing that pretty much since Tumblr announced that they were getting rid of not safe for work content, but because everybody else also decided they were going to go to WordPress, WordPress's servers are just overwhelmed, and I have my blog in the process of being uploaded. It is just taking a really, really long time, and I promise as soon as that's complete, as soon as I have a website that I'm comfortable with, all of that content, or as much of it as I can make available, is going to be available. WordPress does have some rules around not safe for work content, so I will need to check in with them and see what I'm actually able to host there, but the idea is that's going to be an archive. And I'm going to be touching on this later when I talk about my Patreon section, but I may be doing some additional things there that I used to do on Tumblr that will now be on the Patreon website. In terms of other things changing with social media, I still have Twitter, I still have Instagram. For those of you on Patreon, there is Discord. I'm not really planning on changing a whole lot with that. I would like to do more outfit-based things, more like look of the day, makeup of the day type stuff, because I know you guys are really interested in that, and my YouTube channel isn't really geared in that direction. So I'm hoping that when I'm doing YouTube full-time, in order to stay motivated to be a human who gets dressed in the morning and puts on makeup and does all of that, I'm going to be doing more sort of fashion-based content on my social media. And part of the reason for that as well is since Tumblr got removed from the App Store specifically for hosting not safe for work content, I really want to make sure that I have social media that's going to be the least problematic. Basically, I want a way to connect with people. I still want to post about my life, but I don't want it to be something where I am risking people not being able to connect with me at all. So that's kind of what I'm planning for social media. I know that's probably not the most exciting thing in the world, but there it is. I also have some side projects that I have been working on, and the main one right now is Teespring. And if you guys don't know, I have a Teespring. It's ostensibly a merch store. I'm going to put that in quotes though, because it's not necessarily merch that's about me. My name, my logo, my art, nothing on there is associated with me specifically, other than I'm the one making the designs. It is about having a way for people to get BDSM gear, be that t-shirts or sweatshirts or gear bags or aftercare pillows, whatever it is, having a way to basically have things in your life that express who you are when you go to Munches or Dungeons or Rope Jams or even just going out to get groceries, feeling like you have a way to kind of express who you are, or maybe start conversations, or just have a cute gear bag or a cute backpack to put your stuffies in. And I really enjoy that, and the reason why I started this is I wanted more diversity in BDSM clothing. The majority of what I have right now is tailored to submissives. It's generally gender neutral, but there are a few designs that I think lean more towards feminine or masculine in nature. I want to devote more time to making more designs, doing the things that you guys have suggested. I have like an entire list on my phone of like specific designs that I want to do, and because of how long it takes to make a design that I'm happy with, it can take anywhere from 4 to 5 hours just for one design. I want to devote more time to that. I want to make it more of like a side business, because YouTube does not give me any money and never has. I have literally gotten money from people during live streams, and thank you guys so much for those of you when I did have super chats for contributing that I never got, because I didn't make enough ad money on YouTube for 1 year for them to give me any money at all, because apparently there's a threshold for that. So anyways, Teespring, that's what's changing. Now, more complicated stuff. Alright, so YouTube, what's changing on YouTube? Well, I've already said that we're still going to be doing the videos twice a week. That's not going away. And we're still going to be doing the live streams, and we're still going to be doing the book club. All that's staying the same. What I want to change primarily with YouTube is the quality of my content. Basically, at this point right now, doing YouTube and Patreon full-time and then having my job, I have just been squeezed in the middle. And I think my last couple weeks of videos kind of show that a little bit, like in terms of what I have time to research, what I have time to prepare, and I want to get more into doing the BDSM 101 videos, doing more interviews, doing things in a way that I think are more concise and are just like better worded and easier to understand, because currently I'm just so pressed for time that I don't have the ability to prepare things and edit them in the way that I want to. Right now, a week of videos would take me, I would probably say, from start to finish, anywhere from 12 to 15 hours. And that is for the 2 videos. And I would like to be able to devote more time to learning how to edit to the quality that I want to, do things like add subtitles to videos. I've gotten so many requests from that, and I've gotten so many requests for that, and I don't really have the ability to do subtitles myself because I have like 300 videos. That is a massive, massive task time-wise. So with doing this full-time, I want to find a person who is kink-friendly, kink-knowledgeable, who can subtitle my videos, starting with new ones I'm going to be putting out, and then potentially also doing my back catalog. So that's one thing that I want to do. I want to do more editing for my videos that I think will just overall improve the quality of the experience of watching my videos. And then I also want to do more types of videos. I want to get into different types of content that I haven't been able to explore before, because with the time constraints that I have with editing, I'm not really able to say do like a B-roll of footage and then do like a bunch of outdoor shots. Like I'm not able to devote like, you know, an entire day to filming and then an entire day to editing. I don't have that much time to get everything out on a weekly basis. So those are going to be some things that are changing on YouTube, and again, hopefully all good things, hopefully all things you guys want to see. And the last area where things are going to be changing is Patreon, and this is going to be the biggest area for change, and I'm really, really excited about it, because as Patreon, unlike other social media, unlike Instagram or YouTube, is very art friendly, I guess I could say. Like, they have been very proactive with communicating with creators who make not safe for work content, and I feel very secure on that platform to create what I want to create within some very specific guidelines. And I just want to be able to explore more on there. Some just quick things about Patreon, if you guys don't know, is I have tiers ranging from $1 to $50, and there's a huge variety of things within that. So $5 gets you FetLife or Discord, $7 gets you FetLife and Discord, $10 gets you that, and then also exclusive videos every month. $20 gets you the ability to pick a video topic. $25 gets you the one-on-one chat spots, which are 30 minutes in length, and I'll get more into those in a moment. The $35 spot gets you a private video recording, and $40 gets you an hour-long one-on-one chat. And finally, the $50 tier is for monthly pen pals. And there are so many more things beyond just those quick summaries, so I do recommend, if you haven't already, to check out my Patreon, see everything, because I really go ham with the perks. I mean, I don't want to brag, but I try really hard to make a lot of content to make it feel like it's worth it to you if you do want extra content, to see those things, and in particular to be able to see things that I can't, for example, post on YouTube. The big thing that I want to do with Patreon is to do more exclusive videos every month. Currently, I do I was doing one video a month. The last couple of months, I've been doing 2 or 3 videos instead, and I would really like to keep that momentum going. I would like to keep doing 2 to 3 videos every month for patrons, and right now I already have 30 exclusive videos that you can watch. If you pledge right now, you will be able to see all of them. And I'd like to branch out again into new and different topic areas. I want to do BDSM ASMR videos. I want to do Get Ready With Me videos. I want to do more story time videos. I want to do more tutorials and scene demonstrations and day in the lives. Like, there are so many things that I want to do that I can't really do them on YouTube, so they all go on Patreon, and I think that's going to be really fun, and I have so many ideas for that. I have an entire list on my phone for all of these ideas, and I'm just really looking forward to getting to create more. I also want to do more things with the photo shoots that I'm doing, and I also want to give people more opportunities for the one-on-one chats, because those always fill up really, really quickly. What the one-on-one chats are is that enables you to once a month, either for 30 minutes or an hour, talk to me about pretty much anything that you want. It can be just with audio, or it can be with audio and video, and that is really what allows me to give people in-depth advice and get to know my viewers, and it's my favorite thing to work with on Patreon. I love doing the phone calls, and being able to do this full time means that I can do this with more people, and I can open up the opportunity to more people. So I'm going to be adding extra spots for that, and I am also going to be adding extra spots to the monthly Pen Pals tier. I think I'm going to have it open for one more person, and that one is also really fun as well, because I get to pick out a cute card and I get to write people, and it's really fun. So Patreon, lots and lots of things changing there. And I'm also going to be adding new things to Patreon that are not really just doing more of what I'm already doing. I also want to do special, extra, additional content. And the two key things that I want to do for Patreon that I'm not already doing is I want to do some exclusive live streams, and then I also want to do more written resources and article type things for Patreon. So, live streams. I already have the one that is on Friday. That's on Friday nights. Again, that is not changing. But I want to be able to do more with live streams. And the main concern that I have right now for what I want to do is, as far as I can tell, there's no way for me to age restrict or age filter my live stream while it's still live. I can't age restrict my whole channel and say, not safe for work YouTube channel. You have to individually do it for every video, which is kind of annoying. And I have had issues in the recent past with like 14 and 15-year-olds, maybe even younger, coming into my chat and asking questions, and I don't want that to happen with the kind of content I want to do for live streams. And the two things that I want to do primarily for live streams is I want to do video game live streams. I have a few games picked out, but the one that I want to do first is going to be Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and then I would also like to do sort of daily chill hangout live streams with sort of a BDSM theme to them. And I don't know how well I'm going to be able to get this picture across to anybody else but me, but kind of what I have pictured in my head is that maybe like once or twice a week for a couple hours at a time, we just like listen to like chill music, like some lo-fi or something in the background while I'm doing my submissive chores, I'm doing the dishes, I'm folding laundry, and we just kind of have a little like casual hangout. And it's a place where people can come and you can just have a little like relaxing moment during your day, and you can feel like you're safe among other people who kind of understand where you are. And if you've had a hard scene, or you're going through a rough time, or you're questioning yourself, you have a place where you can go. And it's not necessarily like a Q&A type environment. It's just like a little like casual like live stream coffee shop sort of deal is kind of what I'm picturing. And with that, because it's going to be more BDSM focused, that means there might be things like partial nudity or bondage or I don't know, other stuff. I want to do things that are not necessarily like adult content in a sexually explicit way. That is absolutely not my goal with this, but I want to do something where it's like casual BDSM. I want to do things where it's like, this is what living the BDSM lifestyle looks like on a daily basis. Not necessarily just high protocol stuff, not necessarily scene space, but just kind of like, this is what I do this is what I do now that I'm a live-in submissive, you know what I mean? So that's what I want to do there, and I do want to do video game live streams. I'm not 100% sure on the time frame for those. I don't want to spend my entire time as a streamer. That is not what I want to do, but I'm thinking probably doing Patreon live streams like 2 to 3 times a week, depending on interest level. And then I also want to do maybe once a month like movie watch-alongs. I am still trying to figure out exactly how to do this completely legally, so I cannot promise that this is going to be changed, but I would really like to be able to talk about BDSM movies and media with you guys and be able to watch movies together and then discuss them And I think there is kind of a saturated market on YouTube right now for film commentary, particularly when it comes to, like, I don't know, 50 Shades of Grey. But I want a way to do that that is less like somebody telling you why 50 Shades of Grey is bad for an hour, and more like having a shared experience of watching a movie and then kind of having a little bit of a discussion afterwards, or just like enjoying the movie and having that be that, rather than trying to prepare a 45-minute long analysis of the plot or something. Like, I want to do something that feels more like a movie night, or like sometimes what would happen at my old BDSM dungeon, the first one I went to, is they would have like BDSM pajama like cuddle puddle nights, so we can all get our like pajamas and our kigurumis and get some popcorn and hang out and like watch movies and like BDSM oriented TV shows together. So I really want that one to happen. Don't know exactly how I'm going to make it work, but that's also going to be Patreon only, because I do really want to make sure that this content is all going to be 18 plus only. I do not want any risk that minors are going to see it, especially if I'm potentially going to be playing things that are rated R or above. Just don't want to be liable for that. So those are some things live stream wise that I want to change. And then the other thing that I want to do kind of connects to what I was doing on Tumblr. Tumblr was my main way of doing text-based BDSM information. So things like FAQs and lists and reference guides and worksheets. And I want to convert what I've already done over to Patreon. And the existing stuff is not necessarily going to be behind a paywall or anything. But the kinds of things that I want to do now are going to take me a significant amount of time to prepare, like doing a negotiation form, or doing a checklist, or doing a yes, no, maybe list, or contract examples. Those sorts of things would take a lot more time to prepare, rather than just like, you know, a list of 100 submissive names, which is one of the things that I did on Tumblr. So I want to take more time to make like really helpful and useful documents for people, particularly people who do like kind of worksheets and formats and things like, I don't know, how to do a journal entry for BDSM submissives, or how to keep track of your pain tolerance and, you know, keep a journal after scenes, those sorts of things I also want to do. But because they take more time, and because I don't necessarily want them to be like out in the world for everybody to access, that is probably going to be ending up on Patreon. But yeah, there's a lot of changes, and again, I think they're all good things. Hopefully this sounds exciting to you, and if you do want to help support me on this journey of doing YouTube full-time, because YouTube does not make that possible, the best thing you can do is going over to Patreon or checking out the Teespring designs. And again, I'm going to be doing so much more. There's going to be more photo shoots, and there's going to be more exclusive videos and extra content, and I'm just so excited for all of it. And if you guys have been wondering about things like, I want to see scene demonstrations, I want to see tutorials, that is already happening, and it is already over on Patreon. Again, can't really do it on YouTube because I would like to still have a channel in like 6 months. So that is what's happening right now. That is what the plan is. If you guys have any feedback for me, if you have any questions about how this is going to affect anything, if you have any suggestions for things you want to see, please let me know down in the comment section below. I really want to make sure that this channel is, you know, one, a creative outlet for me, but it's also something where you feel like you are getting the content that you want, like you are getting your questions and your concerns answered, because this is kind of like a weird delayed like ask so-and-so column in a newspaper almost in some ways. And I just have so many ideas for videos, and I have so many ideas for things that I want to do, and I'm always coming up with new things, and hopefully you guys enjoy them as much as I enjoy making them. Anyways, again, one last time, if you do want to check things out, links will be down in the description box below. And if you do decide to support me, if you do decide you want to help me on this journey, I am so grateful. I'm so thankful. And again, like, without you guys, this would literally not be possible. I don't think I would be doing YouTube at this point if I was not going to this stage of doing it full time. And, you know, just thank you so much for making this possible. And again, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm kind of rambling. I don't really know how to end this video because I feel like there's so much more that I could say, but I guess I'll just leave it here. If you guys are new here and you haven't already, please do subscribe. I make videos twice a week. And we also have live streams every Friday, and we have Patreon for people who want to support my channel. And if you do already support me, thank you so much one last time. And until I see you guys next time, hope you have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.